Hello, everybody. Welcome back to math. For our last week of math, I just want to do a brief review of word problems. So we're going to just practice some basic addition and subtraction word problems because I noticed that a lot of people were still struggling with just the wording of the word problems with the bar graphs. So I think everyone knew how to read the bar graphs, but then there was still some people struggling with how to do more than, less than, or just addition problems. So let's do some review with that. So I'm going to practice a couple of different types of addition problems with you guys. And then today you'll be answering some similar problems on your own. So let's look at this first problem. Sam went to the Family Dollar and bought 10 bags of candy, 23 packs of crayons, and 5 packs of juice boxes. How many items did Sam buy in all? So the question that it's asking me is, how many items did Sam buy in all? So they want to know all together, how many things did Sam buy? How many items? So I know that he bought 10 bags of candy, 23 packs of crayons, and 5 packs of juice boxes. So I have 1, 2, 3 numbers to add up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with the first 2 numbers, 10 and 23. And I'm going to add them because I need to figure out how many in all, which is addition. So 0 plus 3 is 3, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So I have 33, but I'm not done yet because I only added up the first 2, and I still have one more number to add, the number 5. So I'm going to take my 33, which I got from adding up the first 2 numbers, and I'm going to add my third number, 5. So now I have 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 plus nothing is 3. So my answer is 38. She bought 38 items in all. So I would just solve it by adding 2 numbers at a time. So I identified the question it wants me to add, and then I add up my 3 numbers. You could also stack 3 numbers and add them all at once, but that's a little more difficult. So just to make sure that you get the question correct, just break it down and do it, 2 numbers at a time. All right, let's look at the next problem. Yesterday, Sally washed 35 dishes in 15 minutes. Today, Sally washed 42 dishes. How many dishes did Sally wash in all? So what's the question? How many dishes did Sally wash in all? So they want to know how many dishes did she wash. Now I noticed that there's 3 numbers here, but only 2 of these numbers are about dishes. So this one is 35 dishes, and right here is 42 dishes. This says that she washed the 35 dishes in 15 minutes, but I don't need to be adding this 15 minutes. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter to the problem. So all I need, the only 2 numbers I'm working with is 35 dishes and 42 dishes. And they want me to add to figure out how many she washed in all. So I'm just going to add my 2 numbers, 35, and I'm going to make sure that I line up my numbers correctly in their proper place value column, 42. So I have 5 plus 2 is 7, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So how many dishes did she wash in all? She washed 77 dishes. All right? So don't get confused. Don't include the number of minutes if it's not relevant to the problem. So make sure that you're reading the problem and only answering what the question asks. All right, let's take a look at the next one. A clothing store has 222 red shirts and 107 pink shirts. How many shirts does the store have altogether? So it's just a basic addition problem. How many shirts does the store have altogether? So I know that's addition. So I'm going to circle my two numbers. I have the 22 red shirts and the 107 pink shirts. Now I'm going to add. It's 3 digits, so I need to make sure that I line my numbers up correctly so that I don't make a mistake when I'm adding and add in the wrong column. Sorry, it's a little hard to write with my mouse. 2 plus 7 is 9. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So how many shirts do they have in all? They have 329 shirts. That's the answer. All right. Very simple. You just underline, identify the problem so you know what to do, and then add accordingly. All right, last one. Tom is writing a book. On Monday, he wrote 30 pages. On Tuesday, he wrote 15 pages. And on Wednesday, he wrote 43 pages. How many pages did Tom write in all? So they're asking me, how many pages did he write in all? And I have 3 page amounts. So I'm going to circle I have 30, I have 15, and I have 43. And so I'm going to need to add these 3 numbers to get my final answer. So I'll just start with the first 2. You can just go in order. So I have 30 plus 15. I'll add that up first. 0 plus 5 is 5. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So now I have 45. I've added this number and this number, so I still have 43 left. So I take my answer, 45, and I will add 43. 5 plus 3 is 8, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So how many pages did Tom write? He wrote 88 pages in all. All right, guys. So now that we've done a review, you're going to go to your Google form and you will answer the addition problems. I'd like you guys to use a separate piece of paper and a pencil or pen so that you can use scrap paper to do your calculations. And just make sure to be careful, take your time, and refer back to the video if you're confused on how to do a certain problem. All right, good job, guys.